Hey, how you doing there today? Hopefully all's well. Life's treating you good. Great. Got your health, safety, security. That's what it's all about. And I hope you have it. Anyways, today I'm just going to talk a little bit about flowers. You know, we all love flowers, especially men. And we really like, a certain kind of flower that attracts us. I'm pretty sure you know what kind of flower that is. But anyway, it's a pretty strong driving force. I mean, it's the main force behind everything, really. The creative force, the sexual force, all of that. You know, it's a complex thing. There's a lot of shame, a lot of guilt, a lot of bullshit tied in with it. But, it is what it is. What are you going to do? But anyway, in today's world, a main complexity that kind of goes through it all as attitudes, fads, change, all that, society. Because I've been through the 80s, the decade of casual sex, and the 90s, not sure what that was. Early 2000s, it became, a little more loose again, but, that's the way it is. It comes and it goes. But when it comes to us men, we see flowers everywhere that we're attracted to. We see a flower, to us, it just looks good. We want it. Mm-hmm. It's the way we are, But we got to remember, we're in a land of illusion, a land of shadow world and light world, both at the same time here. And nature can sometimes show us clearly, how they culminate together or how they work together. So we have flowers. We know insects, they fly around, they see, they look, they see a flower, with their little insect vision, and they want to go land on it. So they do, All works out. It's a regular flower. Life is, continued. Good things come out of it, Even if life ain't continued, it's still, they're both serving their purpose, That's what matters. So, all's well, right? But then we go into the shadow world that the fly is in. He doesn't know he's in it. He just kind of cruises around, you know, flying around. And he looks, and he doesn't know, But there's spiders, out there, and they weave webs. And when you look at a web, it's kind of a 2D diagram of a vortex. That's sort of what a spider web looks like. If you added depth to it, it would create a vortex, a little spin in depth, But they create this design, and they don't make the whole thing sticky. They paint little sticky spots with their little sticky paint here and there and all over. They used to think it was for conservation, all that stuff. It's not, though. What it's for is it causes light frequencies to reflect off of the web in sort of a 3D-ish art way that creates frequencies that simulate what looks pretty much exactly like a flower to the fly, Looks just like it in his little fly vision, wave frequencies come into his little peepers and things look from his world. Maybe the scent's not there, He doesn't care, it looks the same. He notices a difference, kind of like the difference between infrared and LED. There's no warmth in a LED. Yeah, it's pretty, it's flashy, it's bright. There's no warmth in it, though, But he doesn't know this, especially if he's a young fly who's never been taught this, never been shown this. But, so he's out flying around, he lands on the flower, and guess what happens next? That's right. The spider comes in, fangs sink in, that boy's dinner. So, you know, you got to be careful, you know. Not every woman you meet is good. Not every vagina you see is a life progenitating fucking vagina, you know. I mean, it's not a flower. It ain't gonna produce life. It'll get you. So, you know, no disrespect to the spiders, because it seems like they do their job, you know. Some of them guys, they probably hate to see it, but probably need to get in that web. But the bad part is, I don't think they care if you deserve it or not once you get in that web. So be careful out there, guys. You know, we're talking about life forces, frequencies, power. Uh, to make things clear in this rather macabre, shady, shadowed, layered world. All right, well, thank you. Talk to you later. Have a good one.